Frühstück. I've really grown to love German breakfasts and their bakeries. We have a few small cafes around our village that we frequent for a little dose of that cozy morning meal and cup of coffee. In fact, coffee and freelance are practically synonyms, at least for me. So there's a lot of psychological research that shows that how you dress directly affects the way that people perceive you and your work and your competence. So that's why a lot of times, first thing in the morning, I usually just put this on.
Stink Eye Tiger.
This year, I attended my very first MagFest, or Music and Gaming Festival. As a game audio professional, conferences tend to go with the territory for both networking and professional development. This is especially true if you don't live in one of the major game development cities such as LA or San Francisco. These conferences might be your only chance for a face-to-face meeting with clients. Game Developers Conference, known affectionately as GDC, is usually the staple annual conference. However, this year I was invited to perform with the Super Smash Opera. Due to their team's outstanding work, the show was incredibly well received. But the part that I didn't expect was how creatively fulfilling the MagFest environment is. It's the one place where music geekery and video game geekery can meet in perfect harmony. Walking around MagFest, you can feel the energy of a bunch of people who are in their element. But the best part, for me, was the jam sessions. MagFest has multiple areas set up for picking up instruments with a group of people. People came and went as they pleased and picked up whatever instrument was available and added their musical voice to the mix for each impromptu song. I met several new friends there, and it was so inspiring to have the built-in common ground of musical language uniting these people from all over the world. One such friend and colleague is Xiaoan Li, who is himself an accomplished composer, arranger, and speaker. We shared some great conversations and hilarious insights into this always interesting game audio community that we call home. In my experience, there are two main hurdles that new composers and songwriters face as they start getting more into music production and home recording. The first struggle is the sort of working on like one or two pieces endlessly, and you keep tweaking things and keep trying to make it better, and you're sort of like never done, and you don't finish songs. And then the second challenge that's related to that is when you do start to finish songs, but then maybe like a year or 2 years goes by and you go back and re-listen to it, and your skill set has improved in production so much that you then go back and start kind of remixing old songs periodically as you get better. So I've set rules on myself to help me overcome both of those tendencies. The first one I feel like I kind of got over pretty quickly and got into a steady routine of releasing music and just kind of getting it done and moving on to the next piece. The second one has taken a little longer to overcome, but again, by setting these rules on myself, I'd stopped that. Well, yesterday I actually broke one of those rules, and I'm really glad I did. It was a piece that I actually put in the last episode, in the episode 1, and for some reason when I put it in there and listened to it, I sort of realized that I've improved quite a bit since then, and I had lyrical ideas, which is really cool. In June of last year, 2015, one of my friends that I met in the game audio community, Sebastian Wolf, we all heard the announcement about the re-release of Final Fantasy VII. So in that excitement, Sebastian made a comment on his Facebook page about, kind of, hey, who wants to do like a couple cover songs or something like that. It was something along those lines, very low key. Who wants to do some Final Fantasy VII covers? So me and a few other people responded within like the first couple minutes. And then I think by the end of the day, it was like a humongous thread of like a bunch of people saying, yes, let's do this, let's make it an album, oh my god, this will be awesome. And then it turned into exactly that. Like, he ran with it and is the creative director, and we gave ourselves a name, and we became the Materia Collective. Check it out, a lot of cool stuff. We've got 3 albums so far, and there's a lot more in the works. But it's been a really cool experience for me as a composer to get involved with a group of people that are all passionate about, you know, the same kind of thing, and then working together collaboratively. So that's been really good. And there's going to be, in future episodes, I'm going to be doing postmortems on each of the projects, and I will be sharing behind the scenes and things like that. So to start it out, our latest release was a remix of Ori and the Blind Forest for Xbox. Gorgeous game, great artwork, great soundtrack. Just found out, I think this last week, yeah, so at Game Developers Conference it won, I believe, Best Audio of the Year, but I'll fix that in text if that's not right. So Sebastian had this idea to throw together a tribute album in 72 hours, like 3 days, to get a bunch of us together and make it happen. So we're really proud of the result. And here's a tiny little snippet of my track with some behind the scenes footage.